Hello everyone and welcome back to Unique Old Coin, the channel where we explore rare coins, their fascinating history, and their real market value. Today, we're looking at the Australian 50-cent coin from 1981, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but hides an interesting backstory in Australian currency history. And, of course, we'll talk about its current value in different conditions so you can check if the one in your pocket or collection is worth more than face value. The 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 in silver, but that version was short-lived because silver prices soared above the coin's face value. From 1969 onwards, the Royal Australian Mint switched to a copper-nickel composition, which is exactly what we see in the 1981 edition. The 1981 Australian 50-cent coin features the coat of arms of Australia on the reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin. It shows the kangaroo and emu supporting a shield, with a 7-pointed star above. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin, the second portrait used on Australian coins. Here's an interesting fact. In 1981, not all 50-cent coins were made in Australia. Due to high demand and minting schedules, some were actually produced overseas, including in Canada. But visually, they look identical to the local issues. In 1981, Australia minted a massive number of 50-cent coins, about 102 million pieces. That means they're not particularly rare in circulated condition. However, coins that have survived in mint state or proof condition can be more valuable to collectors. The coin weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.65 mm, and is one of the largest regularly circulating coins in the world by size. How much is the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin worth today? Let's break it down. Circulated condition **, generally still worth 50 cents in everyday transactions. Collectors might pay up to $1 AUD if it's in better than average shape. Uncirculated condition **, these can sell for $3 to $6 AUD, depending on luster and strike quality. Proof or mint sets **, if your coin comes from a 1981 proof set and remains in pristine condition, it can be worth $8 to $12 AUD or more. Remember, condition is king in coin collecting. Even a common year like 1981 can fetch a higher price if it's flawless. If you have a 1981 50-cent coin, here are a few quick tips. Check for errors **. Though rare, misstrikes or off-center strikes can dramatically increase value. Handle with care **. Use cotton gloves and store in a protective holder to prevent scratches. Look for mint condition coins **. These are the ones that attract collectors the most. Even if it's not worth a fortune now, coins like these are great for building a complete year set of Australian currency. So, while the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin might not make you rich, it's a beautiful piece of numismatic history that's worth keeping, especially in top condition. Who knows, decades from now, it might be a sought-after collector's gem. The Australian 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, the same year Australia switched from the pound to the decimal dollar. The very first version was made of 80% silver, but silver prices quickly rose above the coin's face value, making it too expensive to produce. As a result, the silver version was withdrawn after just 1 year. From 1969 onwards, the 50-cent coin was redesigned in copper-nickel with its now famous 12-sided, dodecagonal shape, making it easy to distinguish by touch and preventing confusion with the smaller 20-cent coin. The 1981 edition is part of this copper-nickel series and features obverse. Front ***, a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, showing her wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland. Tiara. This portrait design was used on Australian coins from 1966 until 1984. Reverse. Back ***, the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, showing a kangaroo and emu supporting a shield with symbols of Australia's states, topped by a 7-pointed Commonwealth star. In 1981, due to very high production demand, not all coins were minted in Canberra. Some 50-cent coins were actually struck in Canada by the Royal Canadian Mint. While they look almost identical, sharp-eyed collectors sometimes spot subtle differences in strike quality and finish. The 1981 mintage was very large, over 102 million coins, which is why they are still common in circulation today. However, pristine examples are harder to find because most coins have been in use for decades. The value of a 1981 Australian 50-cent coin depends heavily on its grade or condition. Coin collectors use condition to judge how much wear a coin has and how well its original details have been preserved. Here's how it breaks down. These coins have been used in everyday transactions. The high points of the design, like the kangaroo's fur and the queen's hair details, may be worn smooth. Light scratches and small nicks are common. In this state, they are generally only worth face value, 50 cents AUD, or slightly more to casual collectors. These coins show only the lightest signs of handling, often just a few small marks or slight dulling of the shine. The designs remain sharp and clear. AU coins can sell for around $2, $3 AUD. These coins have never been used in circulation and retain their full original luster. There are no signs of wear, though small contact marks from minting may be visible. Collectors often pay $3, $6 AUD for these, depending on quality. Proof coins were specially struck for collectors, using polished dies for a mirror-like finish. In 1981, these were available only in official mint sets. A proof example can fetch $8, $12 AUD** or more, depending on demand. Handle coins only by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Store them in acid-free coin holders or capsules. ** Avoid cleaning coins, as this can scratch the surface and lower value.